Welcome to Tales of Ted DeGrazia, a Big Blend radio podcast covering the art, life, and career of Southwest artist Ted DeGrazia, as well as the current events and exhibits happening at DeGrazia Gallery in the Sun. It's a 10-acre National Historic Landmark located in Tucson, Arizona. Welcome, everybody. We are excited. There are new exhibits coming to town in Tucson, right? The town of Tucson, because it is like a town. Maybe over 1 million people in the city of Tucson, but it's like a town to me. And so, we're going to go to DeGrazia Gallery in the Sun like we do every fourth Sunday and chat with the Tucson dude, Lance Labor, to find out about these new exhibits, Ted DeGrazia exhibits that are coming up. In fact, there's an opening reception on September 6th for these new exhibits, and they're going to have a new, like a Ted DeGrazia whiskey at this reception. So Nancy and I are really bummed that we're not there for that. We love to go into the gallery, but yeah, Lance, welcome back. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for having me.
Hey, I heard that you and Domingo had a good time whiskey tasting to find out the perfect whiskey to honor Ted DeGrazia.
Yes, we did. We did. We went and tasted the whiskey, and then we picked one out, and we made our DeGrazia label, and we're going to pair that whiskey tasting with our two new exhibits.
Well, tell everybody about
6th.
this. Well, yeah, you're pairing it, so that's what's happening at the reception. But also tell everybody about the label of this because it's pretty cool. This label,
the label is a painting that DeGrazia did of the monster of Quitovac. This is a Tohono O'odham, a Papago Indian, one of the legends about this big monster that would come in and stomp the village and eat everybody. Anyway, it's a really, really beautiful painting, and it's really interesting. I think people are going to really like it.
So that will be on display,
and they'll
right?
probably like the whiskey too. They'll like the whiskey too. What's that?
So the painting will be on display for everyone to see at the reception.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll put the painting's always on display, but we'll take it out of the room that it's in and put it on big display. And we did little limited edition prints, so if people want prints of the label, they can get it. And no, we're really excited about it. It should be a really nice evening, and people are going to really like the exhibits too.
Let's talk about the new exhibits coming up. So for everyone, this is all changing over. So September 6th is the changing date and reception from there on. These new exhibits and the exhibits that are there currently, they will be on display through January, to the end of January 2025. But right now you can still see DeGrazia's textile designs for fuller fabrics. That is his exhibit. That is when he designed Southwestern novelty prints for fuller fabrics of New York. That was back between 1952 and 1956. We've talked about that on the last couple of shows. And also his bus painting series of the Nogales bus, that is also still current. But now we're going to go to the new ones, which is enamel on copper paintings of Ted DeGrazia and DeGrazia's Roadrunners. So let's start with this enamel on copper paintings, because this is kind of, again, we always talk about how he didn't just stick to one medium when he created art. He would do ceramics, he would do the textiles, and now enamel on copper paintings. And so this is like intense. This is like a huge process to do, right?
Yeah, it's like painting glass on metal, and you fire it, and it melts, and that's what you get is enamel. And he did these series where he would take one image. For example, he had like a mouse that was drinking out of a bottle, drinking alcohol out of a bottle. and he would do like maybe 10 or 15 of these images, and they were all just a little bit different. And the way they've been displayed, they're all the images are on like one big one big thing, and so you can see them all. And so there's 10 or 15 of them, and they're really beautiful and they're very interesting. We have had them on display one other time. It's been several years, so it was time to bring it back.
Exciting. It's exciting to see. We'll be able to see it because we'll be back in Tucson. So this will be exciting to come and see, because I don't think Nancy and I have seen this at all. His Roadrunners. Oh, he loves to do Roadrunners. I think, Christmas is coming. I'm just saying, you've got some interesting Roadrunners with Santa on the back as gift cards and things like that, right? Christmas cards. But he really seems to have an affinity for the Roadrunner.
Well, they lived on the property, so, they were all over the place. And, he liked Roadrunners. He painted a lot of them.
Yeah,
because he painted them. He made Roadrunners in every medium you can imagine.
Yeah, because I was looking about the exhibit. This is, drawings, watercolors, oil paintings, sculptures, and this is between 1953 and 1980. So that's quite a bit of work on Roadrunners over those years. That's a lot of years to look at.
Yeah, a lot of his career. He that was one theme he always came back to. He liked the Roadrunner.
I didn't know he was doing sculptures of them. I haven't seen them. I've seen some of the paintings of Roadrunners and, like I was saying, the gift cards, but I've never seen him do that. So that's pretty cool. That's
he did 3 or 4 different Roadrunner sculptures. Actually, we still have them for sale, a few of them. So
oh wow, that's cool.
Yep.
For people to go and get, so the party is September 6th, everybody, from 5 to 7 p.m. You get to taste the whiskey. Can people buy the whiskey, or is it just for the reception?
Yeah, I know. I had to go get a temporary liquor license for that night, and if we don't sell it all that night, we have it through the weekend, through Saturday and Sunday during regular working hours. So if people want a bottle, they can come in and get it then, if they don't come to the openings. So yeah.
Oh, all right. So
the temporary liquor license.
Geez, why aren't we there? This is the time. This is the time.
You guys are the alcoholics, so you should just make a special trip.
I know. Well, remember we used to do our Champagne Sundays live broadcast from the gallery, which was always fun. And I swear Ted DeGrazia messed with us every time something would go funky, just with the phones or, it was just, I swear he was haunting the show. I swear, because I think he was kind of like that. Do you think he had a sense of humor to play a prank on somebody, like kind of just mess with them?
Absolutely. Yeah, no, he was kind of a joker.
Yeah.
He liked pranking people.
I love a good prank. Come on. We don't do pranks anymore, do we, in this world? I think we need more pranks,
I guess. I don't know. I know that DeGrazia used to tell people things just to see what he would get back, It's like the telephone game. He'd whisper something into somebody's ear, and then a month later it would come out in the paper, his fib or his prank, whatever. He used to like that.
And just see how far it would go and how twisted it would get.
Exactly.
Well, what do you think our podcasts are about? I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Everybody, everything is real here. But that's so funny because, that is so cool that he's like that. I think it's humorous. So he really didn't care about stuff. I mean, when we still think about the time when, he cared about people, obviously, and things, but he just didn't, like, in other words, he didn't have pretenses about him. He didn't care about keeping up appearances, basically.
He liked coverage, and he liked publicity, and it didn't matter whether it was good publicity or bad. Um, it just, as long as it was publicity, it was good. And,
Hmm.
he went with that his whole career.
Hmm. Yeah.
And
Yeah,
it
PR
served
is
him
PR.
very well.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah. No, he knew how to do it. I mean, that's, becoming the most reproduced artist in the world. I mean, that's pretty amazing. What he crafted and did, and being true to who he is. I think that's important. Society will always want to try and shape you and mold you in what it says you should be, but he didn't live by that. And I think it's a good way to live. Be who you are, unless you're, someone that isn't very nice. If you want to be
Well,
one of those.
yeah, no, he was individualist, and
Mm,
he did what he wanted, and he didn't let anybody change the way he thought, and it was a good
mm,
thing because he was a good man, and not only was he a good artist and a hardworking guy, but he was a good human being.
yeah, for sure. I wanted to ask, you know, he's obviously the Southwest art, and Southwest is his focus as an artist, right? Whether it's the people, the stories, the history of the Southwest, the nature side of it, just even the lifestyle of the Southwest, right? He's really captured also just the vibe of it, right? And
Right.
so that's, majority of the paintings. And then he's done paintings from when he was in Mexico and covering the jungles of Mexico. Has he ever done paintings that do not reflect the Southwest or Mexico? Have you ever seen anything that he's
Yeah,
done that,
yeah.
huh?
I mean, I've seen portraits that he did. He would do, he did the paintings of the jungles in Mexico when he went down and got married to Marion DeGrazia. They went to Guatemala. Yeah, we have a painting of the cable cars in San Francisco that he did.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
So yeah, no, there's a lot of stuff that wasn't necessarily Southwest.
Mm,
I shouldn't
that's
say a
cool.
lot, but there was a good amount.
Hmm. Didn't he do New York? Am I remembering that now? I'm kind of thinking that he did something on New York City. He did something. Or maybe I'm thinking of Georgia O'Keeffe.
He
Huh.
did the street sweeper in New York. He did a
Oh,
painting of a guy sweeping the street in New York.
maybe that's
So
what I
yeah,
remember.
yeah
Hmm.
he
'Cause
did quite a lot of stuff.
I was thinking that because I know Georgia O'Keeffe, everyone thinks, just only flowers, and she did skyscrapers and all kinds of different things too. And she kind of just got pegged as flowers, and she did a lot more than that. And I wonder if they ever met, Georgia O'Keeffe and DeGrazia. Hmm. That would have been an interesting meeting, between the two of them if they met.
Possibly, that's
You
I
never know.
certainly am not. I don't know about that.
Yeah, that would be
I
interesting
get a
though.
lot of questions from people who say, "Oh, did DeGrazia, work with this artist, or was he, did he know this guy?" A lot of the times they were contemporaries, but I don't know.
Yeah, you don't know if he was hanging out with them and drinking
I
whiskey or
don't.
Chivas Regal, which he loved, his Chivas
Right.
Regal. So yeah, so the whiskey, did it come down to who chose the bottle of whiskey? Was it Domingo, since he's the son of Ted DeGrazia? Do you think he has
What do
the
you
same
mean the
palate?
bottle?
So
Oh,
the
you mean
the
the
actual
taste
whiskey
of it?
itself. Yeah.
We just they Del carries five different. They make five. They distilled five different whiskeys,
Okay.
and one of them is a smoky whiskey, like a mesquite smoke.
Ooh.
They do that. We just picked the classic whiskey. We didn't want to get something that you know the regular people might not like. We didn't get a specialty. We just got their classic.
Yeah. Well, classic is good. Because hey, DeGrazia was a classic. I just wish he was there to drink it, but I bet you he's going to haunt you guys on the 6th when you guys do this. He's going to come in for a sip. I swear he is. He's going to come in for a sip. Yeah, you might have to put a little glass for him in the mission, like an offering in the altar kind of thing. You might want to do that. Put a little shot of whiskey for him, Just saying. It'd be kind of cool.
We just may do that.
Yeah.
We may just do that.
Yeah, the fruit bats will come out and get it, but I think you should. That would be really cool. A little offering for DeGrazia, and yeah, and then you may have to bring out bottles for his birthday next year, which is always on Flag Day, everybody. So yeah, he should have his own flag. Do you think he's ever done his own flag since he was born on Flag Day?
We have a flag that DeGrazia did. That's the sun sign, his sun sign.
Wow.
That hangs in the back. Yes, we do have his flag.
Oh my gosh, that's great. That is fantastic. Well, Lance, always fun to have you on the show. Nancy says hi, and we'll see you all in the fall. But in the meantime, everyone, go check out the new exhibits and go to DeGrazia.org to learn more about the gallery and its history. It is a National Historic Landmark. There's 10 acres to explore in September and October, such beautiful times to be in Tucson. So get out there, have some fun. Thank you, Lance.
Thanks, Lisa. Appreciate it.
Thank you for listening to Big Blend Radio's Tales of Ted DeGrazia show. This show airs every 4th Sunday. Learn more about DeGrazia Gallery in the Sun at DeGrazia.org. Follow the show at BigBlendRadio.com.